was.
I'm only asking because it's in
No class Thursday, remember.
Put something in red.
No class Thursday because we have this annual math contest, which we love doing. We bring in high schools from all over the state. Summit's coming, Burns is coming, which is rad, Mitchell's coming, just totally awesome. Schools from all over are showing up. High school kids getting stoked about mathematics and statistics, which is awesome because I see what happens when kids aren't stoked about math and stat. So, unfortunately, at this time next week we'll be running Solve That Problem at Hitchcock Auditorium, which means we can't have class. And nobody else wants to sub, because people just hate statistics. So there's me and Donna, and both of us are doing the math contest, and all the part-timers are like, yeah, you keep your stat. Okay, so no class. I'm going to put boxes outside the office for collection of stuff. So when you're, and obviously I won't pick them up until like 6 o'clock at night, so you can drop them off later on that day. I mean, I know that when we have stuff due in class, it's due like at 10:15, but I'm not going to get the stuff until 6 o'clock after my PT appointment, so I'll be here at 4 a.m. and I'll be going home at like 8. So at some point before I go home at 8, make sure it's in the box, or we'll make some other arrangements, totally fine too.
Maybe like Tuesday?
Tuesday? Like today? Sure.
No, like yesterday.
Like today? Absolutely, Kelly. Today's fine. So, that's that. I emailed you guys a progress report. I got stuff back from Frances yesterday. She grades the quizzes and she wants the projects too. I will return that stuff to you at break, because we got some people still trickling in. So you know your scores you got on them. If you think you got shorted points, just come talk to me about it. If you think that you should have gotten a 10 on a quiz and you got an 8, you think the 2 points that you lost weren't justified, just talk to me. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Some of the stuff it's hard to argue as far as like, well, if you rounded wrong, and I told you to round to a certain decimal place and you rounded wrong, that's kind of black and white. Like, you know, 0.18 rounded to a tenth is 0.2. If you can't argue that it's a point, well, you can argue that it's 0.1, but you're wrong. It's 0.2. But there are other stuff that's not so black and white. So by all means, look and see. If you think that your solution is correct, just come talk to me. I know, and it's not an argument, it's just a discussion at that point. So don't feel like the grade you get has to be if you think you got shorted. But try to see what was marked wrong and why it was marked wrong, if anything was marked wrong. Not everybody lost points, but if you did lose points, then take a look at what happened. What else? I'll get those back to you at break. Projects Thursday. Oh, exams. I'm going to have exams. They're getting worked on right now. I'm in the process. I need 2 more data sets that I'm putting together to try to collate and get into one place. I'm hopefully going to have them posted tomorrow morning. So they're in the works. I wasn't forgetting about you guys. I appreciate the note. But it's just I'm on negotiations right now, which is the least fun data collection I've ever done in my life. Unfortunately, it's also taken hours and hours and hours every week that I don't really have. So some stuff is getting, which verbalizing that makes me so upset that my classes are suffering because of negotiations. It's
not suffering. I mean, I'm just further.
Dude, I know, and I like having this stuff up weeks ahead of time when I can. So I apologize. Give me another 12 hours or so. We'll get it for you. Or 24 maybe, I guess. So 20. Yeah, 24. What questions you guys have? Nothing so far? If you need more practice in any of the given sections, let's do a because if you haven't had it before, you don't know where the stuff lives necessarily. If you need more practice, hopefully you don't feel like that. If you need more practice, remember that your website has a link. So if you're doing a quiz actually quizzes are at this point, or the project, but the project won't be. The projects are their own things. Make sure you're reading the projects, because there's definitely some stuff in there that's cool. That's the. Just type that wrong. Come on, Mr. Network. Does the enter button do something different than it used to do? Pretend there's a website in front of you.
Okay.
Pretend it's my website with the big yellow box, and it's got the schedule page clicker. Oh, there it is. It's coming. It's coming. The little hamsters are running faster. Good. On that schedule page at the top, there's that extra resources link, and I put homework. There we go. And I put homework in quotes. You can always get into that. Oh God. Here we go.
You're in the wrong now.
That's okay. It goes to the same schedule page. These extra practice / quote-unquote homeworks have loads of problems in them. So if you're doing a quiz and it's on graphical interpretation. Like this one I have posted for this week is, give me one way that it's being represented correctly, give me one way it might be being represented incorrectly. That's from the intro to prob and stat idea, the section of checking a graph to see if it's done correctly. Like the Obamacare one from last week, it's that kind of problem. That all lives in the intro to prob and stat homework. So as of right now, we have thoroughly explored these two topics, and we're going to get into this one today. So if you need more help for the Old Faithful quiz that's due on Thursday, that's a measures of center. It's asking for averages and medians and things like that. You might just want to click in here, and it's got links to the textbook, it's got links to other problems, eventually it'll load. But anyway, there it is. So there's more stuff there. Some of them have video links for solutions, some of them have extra videos, you can look for tutorials, there's all kinds of stuff in those pages. So if you get stuck, don't feel like you're on your own. I've got a whole bunch of these resources waiting for you to tap into. Okay? Cool, please, drag out.
Old Faithful quiz, is it due this Thursday or next Thursday?
I think it's this Thursday, isn't it? I think so. There's a bunch of quizzes that you have the option to do for Thursday. There's the Old Faithful, there's the interpretation of the graph one, and there's a second prereq quiz. In case people got their prereq quiz back, go, oh crap, I forgot what a percentage was. Well, now you got a second one to try it again. I used similar problems on the second one as for the first one. So you got a whole bunch. I don't think I posted any quizzes for week 4 yet, I don't think. I will do that soon too. Let me just look. Nope, nothing's up yet for week 4. So Old Faithful's right here. Central tendency. Oh, here she is. Cool? So I'll put more stuff up for next week for the quizzes next week as we get through tomorrow. Questions? We happy? Are we content? You weren't happy in math class. That's kind of like faux pas. Cool? All right, good stuff. So make sure, and I'll get all these papers back to you at break once we get more folks in here. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to ask you a pretty simple question. We're going to test some ideas that we are learning about in class right now. Here, I gave Bert and Ernie some tests. Doesn't matter what I'm measuring, just gave them some tests. And I got these scores from them. What I'd like to know is, which one's the better student? And quantify your answer for me. In other words, use some data analysis to back up your answer. Take some time right now, based on, and this is it. Better student, you choose how you define the better student. You choose what better means. You choose what better means. Those are the scores you're allowed to use, okay? But I want a quantified answer. I want you to say, Bert's better because of blah. Ernie's better because of blah. I can't decide because of blah. They're the same because of blah. Just give me a vote. Take a few minutes right now. Take a few minutes now, use these numbers, and crunch away. I'll turn the camera off, save some battery.